If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you, so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum amount of listeners. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. All you have to do is download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Again, that's ANCHOR.FM to get started.
Come back at it. She ain't never do this before, but she good at it. So she never made love, but she good at it. She makes me feel good when I look at it. I get goosebumps when I look at it. Oh, the girl just wanna have fun with it. Oh, the girl just wanna have fun with me. These girls ain't really no good for me. Yeah.
Hoodrat2Harvard, Season 2, Episode 10. Welcome back to the Hoodrat2Harvard podcast. I'm your host, Chandrika Simmons, also known as the Law Chick. Had to take a break. COVID had your girl down. However, during that break, I got some clarity, even though I had and still have COVID brain. You know, I'm considered a COVID long hauler now, so having severe after effects of having COVID. Your hair falls out, no appetite, and fatigue. All the things. But during that time, I was still attempting to interact with my Hoodrat chat crew on my TikTok page. And one of those interactions led to me revealing this thought that I had regarding redefining monogamous relationships. That's where you have a two-person relationship. Just had this epiphany and insight when I was driving into work one day, and so I shared it with the crew, Hoodrat crew, on my TikTok. If you're not following me on TikTok, you need to. Hoodrat2Harvard. You need to be following me on all platforms because I'm very entertaining and you won't be disappointed. You can either be pissed, laughed, or both. But you will be something. I will evoke some type of emotion from you. So that's a good thing. So I wanted to insert the live recording of that. And basically, it is discussing what I'm terming a look back as it relates to going outside the two-person relationship. So I hope you enjoy what you hear. And if you got comments, please comment. Also, like, share, and subscribe, and let other people know about the good thing you found. This is a good thing. Hello. Without further ado, here you go. We there. All right. So driving into work today, I had this epiphany, right? I think that some people, I think as a society as a whole, we are trained in certain cultures. I only speak for America. So I'm only going to speak for America. So America as a whole, so I'm not going to talk about the fringe, but America as a whole, we are indoctrinated into and trained and pushed down a path of two-person relationships, whether that be heterosexual or homosexual, right? Or whatever, non-binary, I don't know. I'm not trying to offend nobody. I don't know the terminology of it, but go down a path of where it's just supposed to be two people inside of a relationship, right? That's how America in general is shaped and pushes you down that path of two people down a path of relationship. Just two people. Okay. So we know about the fringe, polyamorous, bigotry, bigamy. All right. So we know about those things. So we're not speaking about those. But what if we were designed, and if we started doing this going forward, right? Just hear me out. It's just a thought. You're the first to hear. What if those of us going forward, if you're in a two-person relationship and you're no longer, and the rules are, the rules are to govern that relationship, like it's a new path we're treading, we're blazing, new trail we're blazing, that if you were to have relations with someone else outside of that two-person relationship, that if you go backwards to anyone you've previously had a sexual relationship with, then technically it's not cheating. You see where I'm going with this? So then it will force you, I believe, this is my theory, it will force you to choose wisely in who you gave your puss and your peen to. You feel me? Because these will be the only people that you could go back to and not be considered cheating. What if that's what we did? Comments? Nobody? What if that's what we did? So you're in this two-person relationship, this two-person committed relationship. I don't want to say marriage. Some people don't dig marriage, whatever. But if you commit to this is the two people, me and you, buddy, we together. But if anytime I get an inkling and I want to do something, as long as I go backwards, I'm cool. Going forward outside is not cool. What if that was how we did this? You know? Because those soul ties are real, I think. You wouldn't be going back stuck like Chuck. I'm not talking about having a full-blown relationship. I'm talking about you feel like you need to, get a little maintenance. You gotta go back. You cannot go forward and out. You gotta go back. So that means that your choices prior to you committing should be good ones. You understand what I'm saying? Should be good ones. I think this could work. Like, I really do. Like, I think this could work. Because even the persons that you had in the past are in two persons, you're still one of theirs. Right? So then you understand what I'm saying? So your options are limitless still, right? And as long as everybody is working under the same guise, that these are the rules of engagement, right? So it makes you choose wisely who you're going to get your puss and your peen to. You feel me? I don't know, I thought that was I came in with this concept that was like, this shit. No, Kayla? No. But listen to this. Listen to all the scenarios that could take place. So let's say that one of your past was somebody that became president, right? And they're in a 2-person committed. And you like, God damn, I would like to know what that feel like under the presidency. You can go back. So then you don't have no regrets. You don't have no thoughts about what could have been, should have, You like, yeah, I remember that. I had that. You know what I'm saying? I can get that again if I want. You know what I'm saying? It's levels to this shit. That's what I'm thinking. Black Enrique, okay, so here, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna say it again for those that might have missed it. I see I lost a bunch of people all my life. I see I lost a bunch of people. So the concept is, what we're operating in right now, 2-person relationships, that's a cultural norm that we have defined overall in America, right? In our culture. 2-person relationship. What if we redefine that as 2-person with a look back? So that means that anytime I'm feeling whatever, I can go back and dip my toes back in what it is I already had. And it's not considered anything but part of the rules of engagement. Now, if I were to go forward and out and dip my toe in something that I've never seen done, this and that, now that's a problem, right? Now we create something. But if I go backwards, it shouldn't be. I'm just dipping my toe back in something I already know. You feel me? And then I think it forces you to choose wisely during your course of divvying out your peen and puss, who you choose to give it to, right? So, because you want to make sure that whoever is in your look back is worthy of you going back to dip your toe back in it, right? And if you do, it's nothing wrong with that. So let's say you get off work and you done bust down your partner already that morning, but you need some more bust down, but your partner don't want the bust down right now. They can't do the bust down. And you go look back and get bust down by something you already bust down. And then you just come home. Isn't that cool? Like, shouldn't that be cool? That should be like, and it keeps your body count low. Hell yeah. Miss Parker. Yes. Keeps your body count low too, right? I'm just saying. Because you don't want everybody digging in your stuff or putting your stuff inside every goal. You know what I'm saying? Past whatever you go back to is cool. Feel me? I'm just saying. Thoughts? No, Santana, it's not getting domestic now. I'm just saying. So, and it goes back to, so remember doing so I got a degree in English, so I'm going to pull out that degree real quick. So during the flower power age here in America, and I'm only talking about America because that's all I can speak to. I know about other cultures and things that they do, and we as Americans are really ignorant to what happens in other cultures. It does not look like what it looks like over here. So I'm not speaking to that. I'm only speaking about the American experience. But remember during the flower power, the whole, you are in a relationship, like in commune with usually one person is your person, but your body is free to be to flow how it should amongst the community. So this basically, the look back would be your community, right? So your partner really can't trip because going in, they knew this was your community, right? So anytime you need your community, you get to go back and commune with your community. I think it's a good concept. Like I'm digging where I'm going with this shit. And it's funny because what if 50, 100 years from now, our society switches and that is what happens? That it grows into a look back pattern. You feel me? Rashana, hey, it grows into a look back pattern. These kids are, let me tell you, I think that's where we're going with this. It's a possibility. These kids nowadays, I don't think they subscribe to the same things that we used. So remember when you were in a relationship with somebody in high school, and then that person was off limits to your girlfriend, that girl was off limits to your boys unless she was for everybody or he was for everybody. You understand what I'm saying? But for the most part, you couldn't speak to them. You couldn't develop a relationship with them overall. Some people still did, but it was frowned upon, right? In this scenario, if you choose to give your peen or puss Black Regan, come on. I think I'm on to something here. Bitch, I think I'm on to something. I do. Look back. 2-person with a look back. No problems. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So I think I'm not too far off from this. They just don't have the look back period. Usually with the open relationships, as long as everybody knows who is such and such, you know, you can go forward, backwards, blah, blah, blah. I don't think that going forward is a good thing, because that means that you're putting energy towards something you didn't know and trying to create something that wasn't already there. Here, we've already got history and we've already put energy in it and we've already created something, so you're not taking anything from your partner. I think that in going forward and out, you're doing something where you could have been committing that energy and growth to your relationship. You're now putting it somewhere else. So maybe you just should leave that relationship and go grow somewhere else. Whereas the look back, you've already invested. All you're doing is going back and getting an ROI, a return on your investment. You feel me? Yeah. The whole hood mentality of a dude going back and messing with his baby mama and still messing with the current baby mama, and then that creates tensions and da-da-da-da-da. I'm just saying. If that was part of the look back, I don't know. But I know it can get kind of murky when you start the whole children aspect of it, bringing children into this and that. But here's the thing. I'm really digging this. The more I talk about it, the more I'm thinking this is a good thing. I've lost over 20 of you so far with this concept. It was like, this bitch is crazy. Okay. So listen to me though. Hear me out. So when I was a baby mama, I did not want to have any more children by somebody else. That is just a stance I took. I grew up in a household with we share the same mama, but we didn't share the same daddy, and I know how that dynamic works, and can't nobody tell me it's gonna be this way, ain't gonna be that way, this and that. Fuck all that. I'm avoiding it. So I wasn't going to have children with another person. I only wanted children with one person. Now, I might have wanted a relationship with somebody else, but I only wanted children with one person. So because I couldn't be in a relationship with them, I did not have children with anybody else. And I told my baby daddy, do not, I warned him, do not have any more children outside of mine. Because if you can afford to have more children outside of mine, you can afford to give mine more money. Do not play with me. You do not want to see where I go with this. You will be broke and out here begging on the corner after I'm done. Because I do not play when it comes to my baby. So he listened. Right? And he didn't have any more children. But what if the two-person look back allows the baby mama who still, she don't want to be in a relationship with dude, but she wants all her children. She wants multiple children, but she wants them all with one person. And she just has children with, so he goes do the look back and he gives only her children. See, it's like a win-win. And then the new relationship is not tested or anything, because if we're on the understanding that these are his kids and everybody's cool, you know, he's able to afford these. You're not having kids under my scenario. You're not having kids unless you can take care of them. Okay? And he's able to afford these children, and then the person he's in two-person relationship with understands that, and understands that that's the choice that he made in engaging with her when they were engaged in a relationship with each other, that she was only going to have children by him, so he has to go back and fulfill that obligation. You feel me? I'm on to something. I think I am. I'm on to something. Yeah, certain normatives are not working. Feel a bookworm. Yes, I did some thinking. That was quick. This was quick thinking. I went from my house. It only takes me 3-4 minutes to get from my house. I went from my house to here, and that was the thought. I was like, I think that could work. I think that could work. I'm just saying, if we go into a relationship saying, we get look back. It could be in our marital contract, relationship contract, whatever it is you want to do, that we get a look back. So when I look back, don't trip. Don't be tripping when I look back. You know, your relationship contract can say, I look back. You can only look back in September of each year, or you can only look back in the summertime, or you know, your look back period is this period of time throughout the year, or you can look back 3 times a month, or you can look, you know what I'm saying, something. You define the parameters of your relationship. So also it feeds the need, because some people are not happy or not content. I ain't gonna say happy. Some people are not satisfied with just having the same peen puss every day. And it has really nothing to do with the person attached to the peen or puss. Here's the thing. We know outwardly that peen comes in different, right? All over. From this to this, right? We know that. Cooch is the same. Puss is the same way. So if your look back has something that could take all your current, you love her. You love her. You love her. But she can't take all of this. So sometimes you don't want to keep thinking that you murdering that girl. So you need to go, you know, occasionally just go to the look back who take it off. You know what I'm saying? Or sometimes, you know, good heart, good job, good values, all the good things. And he showed up with that. Right? And you were used to having some of that. So you don't want to lose dude. You love dude. But sometimes you got to go get some of that. And then just come back home. You understand what I'm saying? Oh, no. I think I'm on to something now. Shit. Maybe as a lawyer, I start drafting these look-back contracts. Bitch, I'm on to something. Yeah, because let me tell you something. I see it all the time. Because I'm a divorce attorney, as well as labor and law. I do divorce, I do labor and employment. I do all the things except for criminal and intellectual property. That'd be good dudes that be in here crying. I don't know why this and this and that. And you on paper, they are everything. Money, cars, the look, teeth, just everything. Take care of their kids, this and that. Peen's trash. All the Kama Sutra books in the world couldn't save it. Good dude. Trash Peen. You said I've been approached by ENM women. What does that stand for, John Quincy? I'm just saying, this is a reality. People think like this. Y'all watch PRN. Y'all know. You seen the gamut of it. I've seen relationships and people. What's when I was in the church, and I just be sitting on the pew because I can't say shit because I already know what happened. Where they done saved themselves for marriage, and come to find out, you should have tried that shit out beforehand. And they didn't want you to because they knew they had a micro. Right? Or, let's get off of that. There are still people who will not perform oral. It is. There are people that still won't perform oral. Then there are people who, it's a lot of things that people, like some people just won't compromise, or their mind won't unlock to the bedroom being undefiled. Right? Because when you say undefiled, that means we can do anything we want in here. Can I imagine? I don't have to imagine it. I got a couple of clients like that. Fila, bookworm. I got a couple of them like that. I don't got to imagine it. I know it. That's why I'm like, just, people like, oh, we thought they were gonna, and this, and I'm just sitting there. It's funny though. Like I just saw someone the other day that I know this is how I know this is why the first relationship broke up, and I see them with somebody else. They're married again, and I was like, oh, she don't care. I'm so happy for him. He found someone that didn't care. Like, she don't care. And I was like, I'm like, I be thinking sometimes, like, damn. I guess, girl. But anyway, that was my philosophy. Thank you. I said, that's my thoughts. Well, those are my thoughts. I know it's different, but hopefully got you thinking, or at least talking. Talk to somebody about it and see what they think. Also, want to let you know that I have a secret hoodie website where I'm selling hoodies and t-shirts. It's on lawchic.com, lawchick.com. Buy something. Support me. I appreciate it. Thank you.
I won't stop. Do it, baby.